Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. You already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It's much appreciated. Y'all, I just seen some footage of P. Diddy putting his hands on Cassie, man, and yeah, all the rumors and all the stuff that we thought and all the stuff y'all heard Gene Dill saying and Jaguar, right? First of all, and it's the same problem that I have y'all with Ryan Garcia and certain people. It's like your character matters. Diddy never deserved the benefit of the doubt from any of us. Because when it looks like a duck, it sound like a duck, it quack like one. Somebody like Diddy that has had all of these rumors on him for years, y'all. I'm talking about 20 years. It's not all lies. It can't be. And that's the problem with people. When you keep hearing a certain thing about a certain individual from different individuals that's not connected to each other, it has to be some truth in that. This is not, he didn't just start this. That remember y'all, he beat up Drake and J. Cole. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, y'all? When he was dressed up like the Joker outside, and he was, I forgot which artist that was. He was pressing. Diddy is insane, y'all. He is out of his mind. Diddy is that guy that get the Diddy is Tony Montana. Like that's who he thought he was. You dig what I'm saying, y'all? Cassie is like, listen, y'all. I've dealt with women. I know how disrespectful women can be. I've had women put their hands on me. I didn't had to grip them up a little bit. You know, I've done all that. You understand? I get it. But that's not what happened. I never had a girl pack her stuff, run down the hallway, want to leave. He hits her with an overhand right, close her out from the door. Bang. She falls on the ground. He tries to kick the lady. I think he did kick the lady in her head. Grabs her bags, then turns around and stomps on her. And then grabs her by the top of her hair in her hoodie and drags her all the way back to the hotel room, which was probably about a 10 to 15 to 20 foot drag that he took her down the hallway. And it's a reason why just the reason why that Diddy settled so fast, y'all, when it came to Cassie. That was one of the fastest settlements we have ever seen with something with that large of an amount. I don't even think she was in court for a week before he settled out. And this is what I be telling y'all about the FBI and certain things, y'all. They do not come, and they already had this. How do you think the FBI subpoenaed this to where as though this couldn't come out until they was ready for it to come out. This is how they play, y'all. They play dirty tactics. But for a dirt ball like the Diddler, that's what you gotta do. It's over for P. Diddy, y'all. Because now, guess what? Public perception, oh, he lost that right now. He already didn't have it, but he completely lost it in the last 3 hours. Completely lost it in the last 3 hours. And it's the other part you got to understand. A lot of stuff that I was dealing with, y'all, and going through, I was younger. You understand? I was a young man. Diddy is doing this in his late 40s. Whenever him and Cassie did, he could have already been 50 by the time he did that. That didn't look like no young Diddy because that footage don't look old. Diddy doing this in his late 40s and early 50s. He's still doing this. Could you imagine how he was when he was 27? Could you imagine? All the stories we have heard about this man, could you have imagined? And you don't think that man capable enough of telling the Crips out Compton to go get Tupac out of here? Y'all don't think he powerful enough for that? Well, the problem is, Keefe D said it's true. Diddy is a dangerous person, and because y'all see him dancing in the videos and you don't take him serious, we push a lot of this stuff under the rug for years. It didn't make it any less true. Diddy is not sweet. Diddy is not soft. Diddy is a straight up gangster. He ain't the first street dude or the last street dude to put his hands on a female. But that don't mean that it should be accepted. Why? Because Diddy has daughters. So that means Diddy did this knowing he has daughters. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because the difference is I know Diddy don't feel any remorse behind these things. When I went through certain situations with the mother of my children and things like that, yo, I felt awful afterwards. Even though I know I wasn't in the wrong, even though I wasn't like Diddy chasing them down the hall, provoking it. I'm getting chased and all types of stuff. You hear what I'm saying? It still don't make you no better. Because as a man, you don't like ever having to get like that with a lesser being. And females, I'm not calling y'all lesser beings from a important standpoint or intelligence standpoint. I'm just talking about sheer strength and physicality. Okay, what I saw Diddy do, that's a monster. That's a man that had no. He didn't think it. He did this in his towel, y'all. Let me tell you something. Do you know how crazy you got to be to know that you're Diddy? Run out the hallway in your towel, knock this lady out, stomp her in the head, grab her bags, kick her, stomp her again because he didn't kick, he stomped, and then drag her back to the room while holding your towel up this whole time. You are insane. That's what an abuser looks like. That's the type of guy we don't want none of our daughters around. So when people say that Kim Porter is maybe not here because of Diddy, I don't have that hard of a. I'm a just listen here, man. I don't put it past them, is all I'm saying. Same way I feel about Ryan Garcia. If it come out negative, positive, it could. But I just don't put it past them if this comes out positive. I don't put it past Ryan Garcia that he took steroids. I just don't. We've been hearing Diddy is a monster for years. The FBI finally caught up to him. Because the part y'all don't understand about law enforcement, when you powerful like Diddy, they have to have a mountain of evidence. A little bit of evidence is that he's not a regular person. So what the feds can normally do to little drug dealers in Philly or in New York or in DC and Baltimore, how they can set them up with a little quick Rico, you can't do that with somebody that's as powerful as P. Diddy. You need years of evidence. So when you go in that courtroom, it's cut and dry. It ain't nothing to talk about. The FBI is not going to make them same mistake with Diddy that they're making and have made with Young Thug. Now, Young Thug could still get off, and Young Thug could still go to jail, but they have made a lot of mistakes in them cases, which makes the FBI look bad. Quite frankly, that's why you've seen so much controversy around that case. But P. Diddy, no, they're not going to do that with him because he actually has the money and the power and the influence that if they do slip up a little bit, he'll slide through the crack. The Diddler. It's the reason why he settled with Cassie, in a New York second, because he knew, who always knew that this stuff was out here? P. Diddy known that. Do y'all really think this is the only footage people got of him doing something? No. No, and they knew what footage to put out. To where as though it was irrefutable. We all know that's Diddy. That's a monster. That's a man that did that. I didn't see no remorse. And I'm gonna tell you what where it was no remorse. Not only did you hit her with a looping right hand and knocks the lady down, y'all. This is how you know you're a monster. When you trying to stomp a woman's head in that weighs 105 pounds, 110 pounds at the most. Cassie is not a thick woman. Cassie and my daughter probably weigh the same amount. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you sit up there and try to stomp a woman's head in, and that's not enough, you go back to stomp her again in the middle of her body. That's when I know that you're a monster. The first hit could have just been emotions. I'm not going to give you no excuse for it, but let's just say you couldn't control yourself like Ray Rice in the damn like Ray Rice and Quavo. You couldn't control yourself. Let's just say that, right? But you didn't see Ray Rice continue to hit her with a jab uppercut. You didn't continue to see that. And we ain't make no excuses for him. Diddy treated her like she was a man. She was trying to get away from the man. He ran after her and made sure that she could not do that. I hope P. Diddy get everything that come to his way because I know he is a big reason that I know he's the biggest reason. Him and Suge Knight, but Suge Knight has already served his fate. He got what he deserved. Him and Suge Knight are the reasons that Biggie and Tupac are no longer here. That Afina Shakur and I forget Biggie's mom's first name, but Miss Wallace are the reason. The main reasons they no longer have their sons. And from I remember when they both was alive, especially when Afina Shakur was alive, and they sat there and had that interview together, like as mothers. Think about that, y'all. The mothers don't got beef. They just seeing them hug almost made me the fuck cry, y'all. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Two women that have been through hell raising these children, and two of their sons grow up to be some of the most influential people to walk this earth. It ain't too many rappers you can say are more influential than Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur. Matter of fact, they so influential, y'all, that when we think of rap music, there are 5 names that come to your mind: Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, Eminem. And if you want to throw the old school rappers in there, I'll say 10. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, people like that. Okay? Cool Mo D, Slick Rick. Those are names that order when you think of hip hop, Dougie Fresh, those are names that pop in your head. And the Diddler has destroyed the best of them. He's not only a monster because he destroyed his children's life, the mother of his children. Do you understand what I'm saying? But Diddy has had a big hand in destroying plenty of lives around him. Look at that. Look at what happened with making a band. Look what happened with Danny D. Kane and all the rumors behind that. When we loved their music, we making a band album. One of their first album was one of the best albums I've heard. Danny D. Kane and one of their first albums, either their first or their second album, was just pure fire. They had all hits on there. Y'all remember? You never hear from them again. What's that little boy group they had that was popping, y'all, back in the day? They was popping. You hear what I'm saying? You never heard from them again. Faith, I mean, the list goes on, but it's just sad. And look who his mans is. Look who his mans is. Stevie J. Look who his mans is. Birds of a feather flock together. Look who his mans is. Oh man. Yeah, it's all over for Diddy, man. And it's unfortunate, man, that everything that I've been hearing since I was a child. And I've always kind of believed because I knew he was a weird dude. Like, did he just give me? Did he just always gave me dark energy? Like, if I ever made it rapping, y'all, I would never sign to P Diddy. Like that used to be a joke when we was kids. Like one person we ain't gonna never sign to was P Diddy under any circumstances. And now you see why. Cassie had a blossoming career. Cassie should have continued to be a singer because Cassie actually had talent. Cassie actually was I think she was Grammy nominated. Like Cassie actually had the looks, the voice. It's one thing that got that's Anne Marie, that's not Cassie, but Cassie actually had the looks, the music, the whole nine to make it because she made it prior to that. But prior to Diddy, she already made a name for herself. We didn't know Cassie because she was dealing with Diddy. We knew who Cassie was because of her music. And then she started dealing with Diddy. P. Diddy is the person that destroys everything he touches. And it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. And chickens is coming home to roost. Suge Knight, R. Kelly, Russell Simmons, Joel S. I mean, what's his name? Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, P. Diddy. And it ain't gonna stop here, y'all. We got a couple more rappers. You see what's going on with DJ Academics. Oh yeah, we got a couple more people that these things are going to happen to because at the end of the day, what's done in the dark won't always come to the light. No matter how powerful you is. If Donald Trump can't evade it, neither can P. Diddy. Y'all know what this is. Ding, by any means. And I holla at y'all.